Hello and welcome to Maisha Prime News. My name is Rida Chebet Karim. Welcome. With months to the general elections, Deputy President William Ruto and the ODM party boss Raila Odinga have now been fronted as the front runners in the race. Bushebi Junior compile a full report on this.
Lakini wale tunashindana na wao wanasema ati mambo ya wananchi ngoje, ati kwanza wabadilishe katiba, waongezee rais.
The Deputy President and Raila Odinga are well placed to be kings or kingmakers in the quest to succeed President Uhuru Kenyatta come 2022, with solid support in their home turfs, fanatical following and national presence.
Uwezi kuwa unapiga kifua uwe huko na Mungu. Uwezi kuwa na madarau unaita wenzako waganga, unaita wenzako kama Msali alikuwa anamuita, huyu ni mtu wa kumbe kumbe.
Deputy President William Ruto and ODM leader Raila Odinga's political chess game is expected to shape the 2022 succession matrix.
Well, with or without Mount Kenya region, you can win the presidency. Raila has tried a few times and he won even without their support, only that because when you look at history and within our purview, in 2007 Raila won the presidential election which was disputed, okay? And 2013 Raila won the presidential which was disputed again. And so he won without money. But then there comes a time when you look at now as we speak, most of the regions that were so much consolidated during that time, it was 8 to around how many, we talk about 8 provinces. It was 7 against 1. Now today as we speak, there's a lot of polarization among these regions that any person can walk in any region and get a certain bunch of what? Of votes. So Mount Kenya becomes key.
Sasa maisi taki wasaliti. Nataka nitembee na vijana. Mko tayari kutembea na mimi?
It's only Mount Kenya, Nyanza, partly, and Rift Valley that usually vote as a what? As a block. The rest of the regions are disintegrated and they always kind of divide their votes to the highest bidder, especially our region Western, where our leaders are easily bought. They have their personal interests at heart. They don't care about the affairs of their, the electorates from their region. Yet Western is one of the bloc that, dangles to have the largest number of what? Of voters.
Aggressive, focused but subdued by the power play in Jubilee that has clipped his clout, Ruto's charm is attracting leaders seeking to realign themselves politically ahead of the 2022 general elections.
Si mnajua sisi wote tulikuwa watu ya Jubilee. Lakini Jubilee ilipata ajali. Na wakati ilipata ajali ikaharibika zaidi mpaka ikakuwa wreckage. Sasa tunasikia wanajaribu kupanga ile salvage kidogo kidogo wanataka kuuzia ODM. So na sisi tumejipanga na UDA.
Hao matajiri walikutana pale, hawana haja na watu ya Mount Kenya, wanaongea mambo yao. How they will protect their wealth and how they will make more wealth in the next government. So that is their agenda. Because siku tulikuwa na shida, watu wetu wakifukuzwa Nyamakema walikutana. Laikipia kumekuwa na shida, wamenunua chakula. Watu wametaka mask, hao matajiri they can afford to buy mask for everybody every day in the mountain they have not bought. So it is good we tell our people. Those people I can tell you they invest with everybody. In 2002 wali invest kwa Mwai Kibaki na kwa Uhuru Kenyatta. Kikiumana wako sawa pande yote mbi. In 2007 hawa watu wali invest kwa Mwai Kibaki na kwa Raila Odinga. Ndio ikienda either way wakuwe sawa sawa.
Na ndio tunawaambia safari hii watajua hawajui. Ama namna gani watu wa South Migrango? Safari hii watajua? Safari hii watajua hawajui. Kwa sababu wametuzoea siku mingi. Simulisikia walituzungusha hapa na kutuletea reggae, wakatuambia ati nobody can stop reggae, lakini si reggae ilisimama.
The deputy president embarked on a charm offensive to woo governors, senators and MCAs, even as his party, the United Democratic Alliance, pumped up massive recruitment of members to consolidate support across the country. Ruto is also making inroads in President Uhuru Kenyatta's backyard of Mount Kenya region.
Wengine walisema Raila hawezi kupanda milima.
They own the banks, they own insurance companies, they own land, they own vehicles, they own everything in this country. But they are starting to imagine they also own us. That is what they are imagining. You must tell them ni sawa, wako na mashamba ni yao, wako na magari ni yao, wako na makampuni ni yao. Lakini sisi, we are not part of their wealth. We are not part of their property. So, sisi tuko na akili.
On the other hand, Raila has managed to keep his political star shining through surprise moves that have dumbfounded both friends and foes over the years.
Sasa baba yuko hapa.
Nchi 34 za Kiafrika ziko na uchumi mdogo kuliko uchumi wa hawa watu wa Mlima Kenya. Na leo mimi nikasema sioni ikiwa poa.
The union of Uhuru and Raila induced an abortion of bromance between DP Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta in Jubilee. At some point, speculation over Deputy President William Ruto and ODM leader Raila Odinga possibly coming together was ripe. The news of the two arch rivals forming a coalition caused ripples in the political landscape. Orange Democratic Movement has 74 members of parliament in the National Assembly and 20 senators who have closed ranks with Jubilee since the March 9, 2018 handshake between Raila and the president. Practically, Ruto with his UDA is an outsider in the government and facing the full force of state machinery.
So the contest has been framed and we are ready for this contest because the people of Kenya will make the ultimate decision.
His allies say DP Ruto is building the infrastructure that will scare his opponents and help him win decisively in the first round in 2022 polls. The fear in his camp is that a small margin of victory in 2022 could present his opponents with support of state bureaucrats an opportunity to manipulate the elections.
Amepigania yule Mkenya ambaye ako chini. Amesimamia yeye. Wameshikana sasa na Mheshimiwa Uhuru walete Kenya pamoja. Sijui kama mnakubaliana na hiyo jamani.
Nakwambia Kenya hii ziwa ikikutana na mlima. Nakwambia ziwa ikikutana na mlima. Hii Kenya hii utaona itakuwa ni tofauti. Mwenye alisukuma Kibaki mpaka akaingia ndani yuko hapa sasa. Kila wakati mlikuwa mnasema kuja na baba, kuja na baba, kuja na baba. Sasa baba yuko hapa.
As 2022 nears, it is only Raila and Ruto who are at the center of the 2022 succession politics. Seemingly, as political pundits say, the rest of the politicians should align themselves with the two leaders to have a political clout. For Maisha TV, I'm Bushabi Jr.
The IEBC voter registration process faces a hard time due to low turnout of Kenyans, forcing the IEBC officials to come up with sensitization organizations over the process. Antonio Sundo reports how the situation was in Bungoma County.
The ongoing mass voter registration process is facing a hard time as many of the citizens have shown a low turn up at the IEBC registration centers. This comes after the expectations of the IEBC in terms of number target has exclusively been opposite.
So I'm Mosi Nyongasa Chilai, the registration officer for Kandui. Today we were having a stakeholders meeting so that we can beef up our numbers. So far right now we are at 9% of our target, yet we are midway through the exercise. So there was need for us to call all the stakeholders in Kandui constituency so that we can work together as a team to attain our main target. We are supposed to register around 24,000 new voters, but up to today we have only registered 2,099.
Speaking at the industrial area in Bungoma Town, Bungoma County, the IEBC Registration Office of Kandoi Constituency Nyongesa Chilai has said as a body they are well set to go out in whichever way they can to make sure the public is well sensitized on the importance of being registered as a voter.
So I urge all eligible voters in Kandoi constituency, those who have not registered before, to come up with large numbers and do registration. Kuna changamoto sana yenye naona ni kwamba watu wengi hawana zile vitambulisho, wameapply vitambulisho lakini hawajazipata. Sasa unapata kwamba mtu kama huyu hawezi kuja kujiandikisha. Na pia katika tume hizo 3 kits, hizo mashine 3 tumepeana kwa zile ward kubwa haziwezi fanya kazi vizuri, lakini tunajaribu tuwezavyo, na vile tumekuwa na mkutano na washikadau, tutaona vile hizo mashine zitatembea katika wodi ili kila mtu ajiandikishe.
He says they are not even a quarter way of the expected number, while they are almost halfway the process, which was to be completed in 30 days.
Viongozi wa siasa wa Kandoi hawajatokeza vilivyo kusaidia watu kujiandikisha. Sio ni sababu gani? Lakini nafikiri kwamba baada ya huu mkutano watabadilisha akili zao ili wa encourage watu kuja kujiandikisha kupika. Tumeweka stakeholders wote pamoja, wametengeneza timetable wote pamoja. Sasa watakuwa wao ndio watakuwa na wako pamoja na timu yangu, tujue kwamba hii mashini itakuwa wapi. Na pia ningependa kuambia kwamba kuna zile mashini moja ile ya huduma center. Hiyo imefunguliwa katika nchi mzima. Mtu yote mwenye ako hapa, hata mwenye anataka kupigia hapa Bungoma na yuko karibu na ile kituo anataka kupigia, anaweza enda huduma center ila jiandikisha.
Other political aspirants in the general elections of 2022 have come up strongly to urge each and every citizen to make a step and register.
I'm BTC Dabani, chair lady wa maendeleo ya wanawake and also an aspirant in Tutima Rakaru ward. Today we are here with the exercise of voter registration. Now from here we want to encourage each other that when we go back we have to sensitize our people in registering as voters so that come 2022 we don't lack our people.
Kwa majina ni Joel Omondi, mimi ni aspirant wa Township Ward hapa Bungoma County. Kura ndio silaha yenye tuko nayo pekee kama vijana. Tusipotumia silaha yenye tuko nayo tutazidi kuumizwa.
As leadership tumeonelea ya kwamba vile tumekutana katika mkutano huu, all of us we have stakes in our country and every one of us is responsible kuhakikisha huduma na services na haki wananchi wanaweza kupata.
Alex Wanzala, the chairman of Youth Aspirant Association Bungoma Town, said it is a high time the youth should come up and work together in public sensitization over the voter registration.
It's Alex Wanzala, I'm the chair of the Young Aspirant Association Bungoma County, and I just want to second what my colleagues have said, that we have had a very successful meeting with the IEBC officials, and I think it's high time that the IEBC body and the political framework should come together so that we can be able to have a very successful election. I also want to say that we have been talking about voter registration. My appeal is, and I want to beseech young people who are outside there, that especially from Western region, let us take this obligation. Let us take the obligation as our own. Let us come in big numbers and be able to register as voters of this country. It is very imperative to be able to make use of Article 1, this particular constitution of ours.
Sakonya Isaiah, an aspirant Sangalo West, also took this opportunity to encourage his fellow politicians to uphold peace and order in their campaign.
Iwapo kuwa tutatafuta watu wa kuregister ndio wajitokeze kupiga kura, there must be a peaceful campaign mood within this county of Bungoma. So mine is to request the leaders today and even the aspirants kwamba wakati iwe ni kwa matanga, iwe ni kwa harusi, iwe katika function yoyote ile, waacha tuonyeshe umaarufu katika ukomavu wa kuelekeza watu wetu. Kwa mfano the recent attacks zile ambazo zimefanyika kwa matanga hapa kwa Mwereri, tukaona kijana mmoja akadungwa kisu kwenye mgongo na mwingine pia akakatwa masikio. Hata iwapo tutaregister, itawapa aje watu motisha kwamba these campaigns will be peaceful?
That all matters clarity of the process. We are expecting a free, a fair and a credible kind of election come 2022.
Anthony Osundwa, Maisha Prime News, Maisha Television.
The manhunt for the suspected serial killer Masten Milimu Wanjala has intensified for the second day after he escaped Jogoo Road police station in Nairobi. So far, police have arrested 3 police officers and a civilian in connection to the disappearance of the self-confessed serial killer under unclear circumstances. Nairobi Regional Police Commander Augustine Ntumbi has urged Kenyans to help police in tracing the suspect, who is now on the run. The suspects are expected to appear in court.
Mara moja, officer is